Good afternoon, sir. I am Manav Parekh, and my registration number is 19BC 2013.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Krishna Yanmantram. My registration number is 19BCI0206.
Hi sir, this is Nikhil Kumar Parashar and my registration number is 19BC0076.
Is the screen visible?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So we'll start now. Sir, our group number is 19, and in the last review, we had presented a completed code for a project which is auto completion of Word with the name of Word Assistant, and had implemented by using binary tree data structure. And we have shown you that in the implementation in core blocks also. Now, earlier in the last review, we had said that in the next review we will be working on in the implementation by using try, and we have come up with a code, and in this review we will be doing the same. So before going directly on try, we will give you a quick we will give you a quick recap of implementation by using it with binary tree data structure, which will be done by Nikhil.
Hi, I'm Nikhil Kumar Parashar and I'll be doing a quick recap on how to implement the Word Assistant part using binary tree. So you can see here we have the code of Word Assistant using binary tree. So you can see there are two classes. One is class node and the other is class binary tree. So the class node has the following functions like set data that sets the content of the node to the character C, and then we have word marker that returns the true if the letter is the last letter of a given word, and set word marker sets the marker to true if the letter is the last letter of the given word. And then we have append right and left, which appends the node to the given node object, and then we have get right and left, which returns the child of the given node object. Then in the binary tree function class, we have the add word function that adds word to the given binary tree if it is if it isn't already present. And then we have the search word, which returns the last node of the word that we are searching for if it is present in the binary tree. Then we have autocomplete, which autocompletes, and then we have parse tree, which traverses through the given binary tree. So, and then we have here the then we have here the main function that has implemented all the above given classes and the method of those classes using switch case function, giving us two options to enter a prefix string or to quit. And here you can see we have the screenshots of the output, which was also shown to you in the last review. And now for our final implementation using try, our colleague Krishna will take over and discuss it to you.
Hi, this is Krishna here. As you know, we have already seen how it works with binary trees, right? We have left and right children, but in tries we don't have left and right children. It works much better than how it worked with binary trees, and we'll notice the difference in the performance when we use tries. But for a clearer view to understand how the code works, we already learned how this works in binary trees, and it was clearly explained in review 2. But over here, we'll know the process once again, how it works in the try process. First, what happens is we load a hard disk. We load a file, fstream, which we use over here. We have files in the particular program. In that, we use that as a dictionary. So what happens over here is this dictionary has words in it stored already. When we use these words, we can then relate to the other words. These words are known as keys. In tries, we make keys, and then in these keys, we search for words. This is how it works over here. So as we can go down, we can see the node over here. What does node have? It has children and it has the data which we need to store. So we can see content and then we can see the node. Now we can go down again. So we, as we know, the word marker is set to true or false, which just lets us know if there's anything below it or not. If there's something below, it returns the words which are below it, or if it's not there, it doesn't return. Vector nodes. A vector node, we can see vector is used for dynamically allocating. You don't need to give, we don't need to work on it. It is just an easier way of implementation where we can store an array, and it's just balanced out for the users. And then we can go down again. What happens over here is we just add a word, we search for a word, and then we autocomplete and pass the tree. The same what was told above for the binary tree. It is just simpler over here when we use tries. So what happens is the time used over here is much more lesser. So now we just create a try, and then when we go down, we just add a word. We set the word marker, and as we go down, we can see that child is denoted to the node. And then what happens is over here, if the child is null, what happens if the child is null? We swap the values until it is till it is not null. And if it's not null, what happens is we just take it as the current, and then we can go down. We can see that we set the word marker. We search for the word. This is the part of this. What happens is we check if the word is already there in the dictionary or not, because if it's there in the dictionary, it will return the words which are not there. But if it's not there in the dictionary, we have to add it to the dictionary right now. So it searches if the word is there or not, and if it's there, it auto completes over here. And if it is not there, we add it to the dictionary. We can go down. And then this is just the parsing of the tree, which we already discussed in detail. We just parse the tree. We use one vector, a string vector over here, which is an array. And then we set the word marker until the words are not reached, until the leaf node is not reached, or over here we don't have, until the end of the key is seen, we just parse the tree. Sorry, you can go down. This is to load the dictionary. What happens when we load a dictionary is, as we said, we can work on it, and we already have words. But over here we are not. We can open a dictionary. In this word dictionary, we can use this dictionary to further work on this project, which we had ideas upon. We can use ML concepts, and in ML concepts, we can make these words learn on themselves. So we don't need to enter words one by one on our own. So it becomes way easier for the user to use, which is actually implemented right now in the industry. You can go down. We can see that we used color 1E, which is kind of a blue shade, so that it is useful. We create a new try, we load a new dictionary, and then we just see it's an autocomplete function, which is used in a switch case mode, and then we close it off. We start a clock to check how much time it's been used right now, and then we just call the functions. When we call the functions, we can just see the output, which we'll be showing in code blocks right now, so it will be seen for the first time. You can go down.
Okay, sir. So this is the code which Krishna told you right now. He explained the entire code. So now I will be implementing the whole code. So as you can see, as Krishna pointed out, so we have used a system color 1E. So that is why we are getting blue background and a yellow font color instead of the normal black background and a white font color. So in the starting, they are asking whether you want to autocomplete the feature or quit. So I'll go for the autocomplete feature, and I'll write help. And since there are no words in the dictionary, so it will say that so we have to see want to add the code in dictionary or not. So I'll type yes. Then again I'll type some other words, hello. Now since this word is also not there in the dictionary, so there are no suggestions available. So I will add this code in dictionary. Now I'll type hellish. Now this word is present in the dictionary. So it will say that we don't have any suggestions to autocomplete the word. So again, this word also I'll add in the dictionary. Uh, Now over here we have also presented you with the time for the algorithm to run in the try, which is the time complexity. And over here you can see the time complexity is very less compared to the last CB implementation by using the binary data structure. So this is one of the main features by why we use try. Now over here I'll type help, which is present in the dictionary. So as soon as I type help, so suggestions are available such as help, hello, and hellish. Because they are present in the dictionary, we have added them just right now. Now if I type 2 over here, the program will quit. Yeah, yeah. So this was the implementation part. Uh, and we have provided some screenshots of the output which we have taken. Now going on to the conclusion and enhancement. So as last time, as we said that we want to implement by using try, we have successfully done it in this review. And now our future enhancement, like future aim, would be to how to use it by using ML, because ML is very useful in SEO, which is searching. And our our main aim is to already load a fully functional dictionary from the internet, so we don't need to add each and every word as a if the word is not present or already in the dictionary. Now I'll talk about, and these are the references. You can go through them. These are the references from which we have researched for our project. Now I'll tell about the contribution. So I'm Manav Parikh, and I worked on the abstract for this project. Then I also work for the existing methods and the drawbacks of the existing method. Like over here, the existing method is hash table. We can use a hash table. There are some pros in it, but there are a lot of cons also, as it occupies a lot of space. Its time complexity is really less. Redundancy is really less. And then I also work for the proposed system architecture. Like last time, we need a client, we need a manufacturer, and we need a system for us to implement a code. And Nikhil worked on the aim, the objective, and the applicability of the proposed work. He came up with the idea that we can use try for reducing the complexity of it. And then Krishna was the one who worked on the proposed method and the advantages of proposed method. Krishna did a lot of research on tries and how they are implemented it, and Krishna let us know about it. And after we had all had sufficient knowledge about it, we first did research and implemented the code in the by using the binary data structure. We debugged it, and we were successful in it. And after that, for the review 3, we again researched and implemented the code by using the try data structure, and we debugged it, and we were successful in it. And so this is the conclusion for our project, and thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.